Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar session recap, 23rd of October 2017. My name is Nenad, and as always, I'm hosting this Monday webinar setups, and let's see how we will do today. Yeah, I made a small mistake on the website itself, and there was basically a non-existing link to registration. So if you went here and clicked session recap and then join webinar, you might have seen this message, the webinar has ended. So sorry for that. That was my mistake, and I think that it should be okay now because I have actually corrected the link. And if you go to the education and webinar section, there should be a valid link, and I will reload that link just after I finish with the webinar. So because we already started this webinar, now you cannot see the real registration here, but I will add it as soon as I finish the webinar. I will add a new page for registration, so everything is fine, everything is good. So sorry for any inconvenience you might have with registrations, but it should definitely work. And as I'm telling you, yeah, reminder email always has a valid link, and reminder email is usually sent just before the webinar. So yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes. We are all humans, so we might make mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Everything is fine. And now let's see. Before we start, as always, there is a disclaimer saying that CFD and Forex trading are leveraged products and can result in losses that exceed your deposits, so those are not suitable for everyone. Please ensure that you understand fully risk before you start trading. And of course, before you actually start a trade, please read the full risk disclosure on this web address. Now, this is me, and well, as always, have in mind that patience is the key to trading success. So you always need to be patient and wait for the price to come to you. Rules and setups for our session recap. Always give price a breathing room. You can enter within 15 pips of the predicted level if it's in agreement with your system. We call it POC or buffer zone. Also use scaling in if you wish, and don't forget that you do your own trade and money management. The point is, we can all trade similar setups and same systems, but at the end, in the end, we will all have different results. Add a spread to your stop loss, even if you trade via ECN. Please add 2 to 5 pips spread depending on pair traded. Also, we take only one position per listed pair, so it will be either positional or break or alternative trade, whichever hits first. Positional trade is trend trade, while alternative trade is counter trend trade. Have in mind that first touch of the zone is the most profitable. That is why we usually focus, and we need to focus on the first touch in the zone. Alternative trades are done with, of course, as counter trend trades, while where you read positional trades, those are trend trades. Breakout trades and scalp trade levels are usually traded independently of any position, so it can be like the second entry in the market if you see a scalping setup. Of course, guys, depending on time and volatility, we use profit stop up at 20 pips, not less. Session recaps are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Please pay attention to my Twitter updates, because I might update the trade analysis if something unexpectedly happens, or if we see a revised setup. Scalp trades, okay, always at or very close to important support resistance levels. If you see a scalp trade idea, then you can take it and have in mind that it should be very close to that level. At these levels to your system, pay attention to trends, so you might find other trend-based entries. And pips pool is the maximum available number of pips you could have made on recap entries. That is our pips pool. Now we will start with past week results, and before I actually start to show you screenshots. Marco is saying, sorry, Nenad, are you familiar with this new Windows 10 and MT4 password problems? No, but whatever happens with password, you just need to re-enter it. What you should do is basically keep your password safe, and if you see that your password is not valid anymore, just you should actually retype it in the on the login screen. But I haven't had any problems, honestly, with Windows 10 and the MT4. Really, so far everything is working perfectly. Yeah. Ahmed is asking, hi Nenad, how do you do ND? Fear not, I'm here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Arlie saying, Marco, that you should maybe add the exception to Windows Firewall. Maybe, I don't know, try that solution, but honestly I haven't had any problems so far with Windows 10. Honestly, with Windows 10 I haven't had any problems so far. I mean, literally it's working like a charm, but I really use a lot of software. I mean, at least paid software that keeps my PC in a good shape. Well, it's not an advertisement, of course, but I use CCleaner. CCleaner is very good to me, really, and I've been using it for a long time. Yeah, I mean, try, guys, to clean your cookies and whatever, but if you experience some problems, you should solve it very fast. Okay, guys, now, yeah, CCleaner, Rex is saying that CCleaner is good. Yes, I mean, for me, it's excellent, really. I use it a lot. So, let's start with our webinar. Past week results, 16th of October 2017. Another great session recap. We had excellent trade setups. We had a loss on pound dollar, but other trades were exceptionally well. Let's say euro dollar was the trade of the week. Fantastic setup on euro dollar, and well, it surprised me that it even made so many pips. I didn't actually catch 150 pips. I made like 50 or something pips on euro dollar, but it was good for 150 pips. Very good price action on euro dollar. Pound dollar was a loss. Australian dollar good for 70. Dollar CAD alternative was good for 100. Pound yen 100 pips. Total pips pool 365. It's not bad, really. It's excellent. So I hope that you made at least 30-40% of that. And the trade of the week was the euro dollar. Definitely that was the trade of the week. Although all these trades, I mean, except for, of course, pound dollar, were very, very good and could have been qualified as a trade of the week. Now, euro dollar, this is what happened during previous week. Euro dollar, we had a buy position here, and if you went in a buy position, it was very close even here, guys, to our POC zone. I mean, it was in the POC zone, and you can see here, bang, it shooted straight to the upside, and this was one of better trades for the previous week. I like this setup, and definitely it gave us a lot of pips on the table. And euro dollar, you see, it made a triple top, and I said in my previous analysis, triple top here actually rejected this price. I mean, if you remember my analysis, triple top was the rejection. Actually, this is where rejection started. Then it formed M pattern on 1 hour time frame, and you see what happened afterwards. So euro dollar, excellent rejection, and I really liked how it performed after our session recap. And this is the analysis. In case you missed it, well, I told you that it should go down because it formed a triple top, and this setup that I posted here, euro triple top at 88.6 on Admiral Markets, this was effectively a continuation of the triple top sell trade. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, okay, so let's get back to pound dollar previous week. This was a lost trade. It stopped here around the POC zone, you see, but then it simply went down, and it went down heavily. So this was a loss trade, 55 pips loss on pound dollar. Australian dollar, again, a good setup. We had a buy position, 78.10 was buy, price came to 78.17, 18, then started to reject upwards, and you can see here it touched 78.84 and then dropped. But well, this was also a good trade. I like this setup, and it gave us some nice pips to the upside. Dollar CAD, well, again, good trade. We had actually 25.50, a sell trade. It was initiated here. The price went 40 pip in drawdown, then it dropped heavily to the downside. So this was a fake out. Watch this, a big drop after our entry was initiated. So you could have made 100 pips if you clinged on to this trade. Pound yen, my favorite dragon pound yen trade. I really like this pair, like how it performs, like its range. I don't know, it's good pair to trade. Of course, it's dangerous if you're a novice trader, but when you're versed in trading, you should love pound yen. This is my favorite pair out of all Forex pairs, and it has been my favorite pair really for the last year. For all this year, pound yen has been giving us a lot of setups, and definitely it deserves the nickname of a dragon. This is the dragon, and this is a great setup that we had for the previous week. 148.70 sell, guys, here. Stop loss has never been hit, and here, bang, down, straight rejection. This is called direct drop without any retracement, straight towards the 147.77 double bottom, because this was the bottom here. Guys, watch the price section. Price repeats itself, historical buyers and sellers. You see, so again, good movement on the pound yen. And if you made some pips, I hope that you actually made some pips. Now let's see what we have for today. This is a little bit tricky, but I think that euro dollar could reject again from 70.80. So the price has already been in the zone. It's very close to the zone. I can say it's in downtrend. This triple top still is protecting the upside from buyers, but it's not very good to trade at this point. It's very slow. Again, the pair that gave us 150 possible pips previous week, now it's a little bit slow, and again it's put into some sort of range bound intraday scenario, and I don't like it because intraday scenario can span to 2 or 3 days ranging price action. So really I'm not sure that it will provide us with good pips until at least we have our Wednesday live trading session. But let me show you the screen here. Just give me a few seconds to switch the screen, and I will show you euro dollar here. You see, guys, this is euro dollar, and again, as I say, a lot of downward price action. This triple top is still holding the price, but the price is in retracement. So according to technical analysis, yes, Guled, you're right. Euro market is waiting for ECB later this week. That's true. And I think we might see up, down price action. But generally, guys, generally speaking, this is order block here. You see this dot here. It marks the order block. As I always say, look to the most prominent point on the left. Most prominent point on the left is this, guys. This is the most prominent point on the left. Okay, close. Then we have another order block here. Double bottom stops are always order block. So this is also order block. This is very, very prominent, you see. And we have daily L1. I mean, I don't take particularly daily L1 into account, but when price is having a slow movement, L1 to H1 Camarilla channel can also be tested a couple of times. So judging from, let's say, pure technical view, if I can say, pure technical view, this looks like, again, this looks some sort of possible rejection coming here. Now, this is the minor swing on intraday chart, and let's mark it here from the top to the bottom. So it's 61.8. So that is why I think euro-dollar could reject actually from this spot. But if you go to 4-hour time frame, you can see that this is ranging price action. So it still can go more to the upside. That is why, Guled, you're completely right. The pair is waiting for ECB later this week. And because of that, guys, it's not, you see, it's 45 pips of price action today. That's funny. I mean, that's like if you trade euro-dollar, you should be happy if you take 15 pips today. Or if you take, let's say, 20 pips because the ATR is 66 pips. That's really, really not much. And again, the price today, it came down to 1730 and rejected. So, I mean, this is my setup. At least I cannot help myself but trade technically, because I don't know what will happen with ECB, nor I can predict what can happen technically. This is bearish. But, well, as I say, it's still in some sort of range. On intraday charts, it's bearish. 1680 is buy position, 1640 is sell, is stop loss, sorry, and TP 1750. So 1680, why 1680? Because, guys, 1680 is daily L5, okay? And if you go to 4-hour time frame here, you can see that 1680 is the last line of defense prior to move towards the weekly L5 and monthly L4. So from technical perspective, euro-dollar should go down. It's very, very close to the POC zone. But the only thing that I don't like is basically that small range now on intraday time frame of only 45 pips. So let's see if rejection will happen, and let's see if the pair will indeed come closer to this level where we could actually potentially buy this. Guys, euro-dollar is the Camarilla levels that I use for my Camarilla MACD analysis are very, very good pivot points. And in my opinion, I've been clinging to Camarillas since I started to post on Forex Factory. Back then, I experimented with a lot of different pivot indicators, but definitely I've chosen Camarilla to be my favorite pivot point. It's so good, it's so accurate, especially when you compare it to higher time frames. And guys, you see, I mean, again, for all of you, I did a webinar about Camarillas, and you see, blind trading, weekly L3 rejection. Usually the price instantly rejects from weekly H3 and weekly L3 if this is the range, and usually 70% of the time the price is in between weekly H3 and weekly L3. On you can watch it on 1 hour or 4-hour time frame. It doesn't matter. Levels are still the same. Okay, you see the levels are same. So basically it's going up and down all the time, and that is what I like with these Camarillas. Very, very accurate indicator. So it suggests a further drop if it breaks, of course, this daily L4, but you see it's now very, very trapped. Pound dollar, if you followed my analysis on pound dollar, guys, you could have made some nice pips today, because I also posted a pound dollar analysis. And again, I think that we might see 32.20 maybe again, and we try to sell with 40 pip stop targeting 31.25 and 30.70. 30.70 is alternative buy, 30.40, of course this is typo here, 30.40 is stop loss, 31.25 is the target price. Now let's see the price action on pound dollar. Pound dollar. I mean, I already have a sell. I mean, I traded pound dollar, guys, today. Honestly, I traded pound dollar today, and I already have a sell. But still, let me show you the chart here. I think it could go more to the upside than reject. But this is what we might already have some rejection. Now I will show you top-down analysis, and we will see. I mean, top-down. I always use top-down approach when I do daily analysis. It's important because that is when we actually ride momentum from higher time frames. We always start with monthly and we do top-down to H1. Possibly 15-minute if we do a scalp, but here I'm showing you intraday, intra-week setup. So we do the most zoom in chart is 1 hour, so we don't do lower than 1 hour charts. Okay, so yeah, a lot of traders also ask me what is the thing with mini terminal, guys. I will just use this opportunity to tell you about mini terminal. This is a great tool, great add-on to existing MetaTrader 4, so please download it. You will be more than happy. It's a great tool, especially because you can scalp and you can make pending orders with this ladder. This is one of the tools that I also use for my intraday trading. Now let's do top-down analysis. So we start from monthly. Monthly is clearly, guys, in downtrend, but you can see here that it started to make some pull back to the upside. I would tell it could go up, but you see here, it broke through T89 and it made a big candle here. That is basically a master candle here on a weekly time frame. It's a big time frame, so we cannot trade from weekly, but we can actually make some assumptions based on weekly time frame. So if this is indeed bearish and prices started to move down, you see this is a swing down. So weekly is bearish, daily is bearish, guys. You see, and it's bearish. It makes swings to the downside. This is higher low, this is lower high, sorry, and guys, this is also bearish move. And 4 hour time frame is having a swing to the upside. You see, both these MACD lines are below zero line, indicates bearish trend, and this was the entry, guys, that I gave you today. Pound dollar short trade here. So once more, weekly bearish, closed below DMA, and this is you see, this is the start of possible master candle on weekly, bearish candle, very strong. Daily is also bearish. This is bullish candle, but watch this swing, it's bearish. And 1 and 4 hour time frame has both of these lines below zero line, and it has a rejection from this level. And I gave you the analysis today to sell pound dollar, and it already was sold, and then it stopped around 31.55 level. So let's see if we will have continuation. This is the POC zone. Okay, so 32.25, it has historical double bottom that has been retested as a double top. Watch these, guys, watch these dots here. Okay, this is swing down, this is swing down, this is double bottom. Now watch this retest of double bottom, swing up, swing up. That is why I'm saying watch this historical and now moment buyers and sellers. Modris is saying he sold and he got 20 pips. Well, yes, I mean, I already sold it. I got 30 pips. It is not much considering that, but you see, it's 69 pips of the ATR. So we still managed to grab it like 50% of the ATR, right, guys? So I hope that you are following me closely. If you see that the ATR is not big, it's 100 pips overall for the last 14 days. But today's is 69. So if you made 30 pips on my analysis, it's still good. Because you see, maximum that you could have made is like 40, 50, 69 is total ATR. So from this point, from 25 rejection to this point, I mean, who would have exactly entered here and exited here? So it's still good, right? And I mean, if the price gets here, it will be trapped still below weekly H3. Okay, it's ATR, it's a retest of this order block, and it follows momentum from higher time frames. The only thing that if it breaks 3250, it could go up. Usually this trend line here, Ahmed is asking if it breaks the trend line. Yeah, but this is the top, you see here. If it breaks it, it could reject and go down. So that is why we put stops around 3260, guys. And you see, it's like if it gets exactly to the POC zone, you could go with like 40 pips of a stop loss. But you know, if it breaks it, it will be maybe a breakout to the upside. So please pay attention to it and do not put big risk on these trades, because you're not sure how the price will react if it makes a pullback more into the zone. I'm still not sure. It could reject again from this level, but as I say, now momentum is up. If this starts to become thin, then it could be a start of another leg down. I don't think the GBP is waiting for ECB. It won't affect GBP that much. GBP has its own movers and drivers. Let's use the calendar, guys. Let me show you the calendar. I like this. Yeah, let me log in first. I have a knack of using, I'm a long time user on Forex Factory calendar. Let me show you. Okay, so the calendar here. Okay, so you see a lot of news for Euro. Usually it's flash services, PMI data. It will affect, but not to the great extent. And this is what will move, guys, the pound. Preliminary GDP. Okay, GDP data is always a big mover, and it will move the pound. So please use news trading strategies if you trade the GBP movement. This should move price by a big extent, both pound dollar and pound yen, at least after the spike. And of course, the CPI on Australian dollar will be also important. Now we come to CPI, to Australian dollar. Now, at least at this point, the Australian dollar is ranging. 78.20 is sell, 78.60 stop, TP is 70.70. So it's already in the zone. It could start to sell. It's like picking back from higher time frames. Monthly, guys, down. Weekly, down. Strong, thick histogram. Daily, guys, started to thin M pattern. So it already started its move. So now we just need to see a further momentum on lower time frames. Okay, and I think Australian dollar is ready to go down. Let's see. You see now euro dollar is already dropping. As I predicted, it's already going down. So let's see. Let's wait. But obviously it is making some move based on my intraday, intra-week analysis. Okay, so Australian dollar 78.20, 78.20. Again, order block here. Let's use 4-hour time frame. We have an order block here, guys, but also we have an order block here. So everything here is a zone, very low ATR. 39 today versus 55 for the last 14 days. This is slow. But, well, 77.70 is the target. Weekly L4 for buy trades. Again, weekly L4, 77.70. I hope that the price will make its move. During these few days, but it should happen ideally before Wednesday. Now I will also use, guys, the opportunity, as I see a lot of people here, to promote the new series of webinars that me and other traders do. It's called Real-Time Trading Ideas. So please click this link, sign up on the webinar. Jens and I do it, and other traders, Dirk, and well, you probably saw them. I know Dirk more than other traders, but you can always try to get some good trading setups for them. This is the setup, and well, if you watched my Thursday live trading session ideas, we had a market order that came in nice profits after I finished with a real time webinar. So this is good, and well, enjoy a real trader, guys. All these guys here are not just analysts, but also traders. So I hope that you will find it useful. Okay, so that is Australian dollar. Now we move on to dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, guys, also very good pair to trade. I will move to dollar CAD, but I will show you now actually dollar CAD setup here. Dollar CAD 2600 is buy, 2570 stop, TP 2725. Alternative sell 2725 stop, 2760 TP 2640. As I did the analysis on dollar CAD today, again, you could have read the analysis also here on Admiral Markets, of course. Here under technical analysis, dollar CAD riding momentum from higher time frames. And again, it was not a fast day, but you could have made some pips to the upside from this POC one rejection. But well, again, I think that it could make some move to the upside. Let's use the analysis top-down approach. Monthly is, well, this is candle that could spike, but this is monthly. Monthly is in downtrend, but this candle is retracing. Weekly, guys, is also moving to the upside. Okay, so you see monthly, this big pin bar suggests pullback. Weekly moving to the upside, and you see a tick histogram here. A daily moving to the upside. Big Marubozu candle broke through EMA 89. Okay, 4-hour time frame. Okay, big upside. Let's use 1-hour time frame. This candle could make a pullback. So this is a pullback time frame here. Usually it's 4-hour or 1 hour. This is the order block here. This is historical buyers. So around 2600, this is the zone. We could see another entry to the upside, and I hope that we will see it. Dollar CAD in uptrend. This is the setup. And well, as you see, this could be a start of some nice movement to the upside. Sell position comes around 27.25. So if the pair gets here, is strong resistance. Daily H4, weekly H4. A lot of selling can happen there, but I hope for a buy setup because that's trend setup. Of course, this is where we could sell it. A lot of historical sellers there, and of course, this will be the possible top because this is cup with handle bullish pattern here, guys. This is cup with handle bullish. So my primary idea for this trade is to sell it. Sorry, to buy it, not to sell it. But if it gets to sell spot, well, what can we do? We need to sell it. And pound yen, uptrend as I BOC, sell or buy. I'm not sure when the BOC will happen. Bank of Canada, I'm not sure. I need to check the calendar first. Oh, Wednesday. I don't know. This setup should happen, Robert, before Wednesday. You know, my setups from session recaps are valid from Monday till early morning Wednesday, because on Wednesday we have Wednesday live session. But this will be tricky. I don't know, really. Please treat this setup until early Wednesday. Pound yen uptrend, we might see no, this is actually This is buy position. I made a typo. Wait, let me correct this. So pound yen is positional buy and alternative sell, because primary trade is buy, positional buy. That is our primary trade. So this is the correct slide here. 149.50, 149.10, 140.45, sell 140.30, stop loss 70, TP 149.50. So this is, guys, set up for pound yen. As I say, this is indeed my favorite pair to trade. But well, we cannot always win. You need to be careful, of course. I like this pair a lot, but as I say, it's very fast, so maybe not suitable for beginners. Now I will show you the chart. Wait, so 149.50 should be a possible buy trade. It's sitting now at this mini resistance, because this is rooftop pattern here, and this is the break of the rooftop, and also it's very close to this monthly Camarillas up to the upside. So you see it's started to retrace, but it's big uptrend, so we should see if we can buy this. 149.50, this is a possible target. You can also insert Fibonacci retracement, guys, here. Let's use this previous swing, and you see here is 38.2, 149.50 ATR low, close to this order block here, and weekly L1. So the weekly L1 has not been retested. I think if the price pullbacks, you don't see the screen. Sorry, guys. Now you should be seeing the screen. Thank you for your reminders. And this is it. You see now? See the screen? So this is the rooftop that we saw on daily. Okay, then it dropped here. Now it's trying to sell from this spot where we had actually the break of this rooftop. And on 4-hour time frame, you see it's still going up, but this could be a start of retracement, guys. This looks like a potential retracement, my start. Retracement should go, if the price respects the analysis, we should see it here at this spot, 149.50, daily L1, weekly L1. Also, guys, it has not been retested yet, because those weekly levels are usually tested, and it's the bottom of the ATR2. So let's see if this is the zone. So we could see actually a spike to the upside. So let's see, let's wait what will happen with the pound yen. Now, guys, I have 4 more minutes for your questions. And of course, do not forget, guys, to actually trade with us. You know that Admiral Markets is my broker of choice. Also, if you trade equities, you can trade DAX 30, CFDs, very, very fast order execution, STP, straight to processing, and of course the MT5 platform that I also show, and that I also trade. Yes, of course, I will show you now all of these setups, and then you can ask me questions. This is euro dollar. This is pound dollar. This is Australian dollar. This is dollar CAD and the dragon. Pound yen. Ahmed is asking about the ATR indicator. I will take a look at your email, Ahmed, and I will send you the indicator. The question, can I show the euro yen? Yes. And does my analysis work on stock indexes? Yes, of course. Camarilla analysis works in all financial markets. Euro yen. Okay, let's see a quick analysis. Yeah, this could start a rejection move from this spot, and I think euro yen is bullish. It could make another small retracement to the downside, but this looks like it could reject to the upside. It's still trapped between weekly 1 L1, so look for rejection from this spot here. If it goes down, okay, this could be a good spot to go long, in my opinion. Okay, and targets, if it breaks 130.86, could be weekly H3. Okay. Okay. Okay, a lot of questions. So yeah, it could go to the upside, and this is spot to go long. Will the Bitcoin start a retracement? Well, I will take a look at Bitcoin, but Agus is asking about GBP New Zealand. GBP New Zealand, a big upside. We still don't have any big retracement, but this is the spot to go long. You should have gone long here today around this spot. Nice move to the upside, but I expect maybe a retracement. If pound dollar starts to retrace, then GBP New Zealand should follow, but buying on dips, definitely buying on dips. Yes, Egils, I think retracement should be healthy and okay. Peter is asking about Camarilla indicator. Yes, I will send the Camarilla to you. Please send an email again. I will try to take a look at emails and reply accordingly. Now the question, will Bitcoin start to weaken? Bitcoin, let's see now the Bitcoin. Will it start a retracement? I'm not into trading that much, but this is big upside. It could start a retracement on daily time frame, so it suggests buying on 4-hour time frame, and I think that we could see some possible buying around well, I can see this spot for potential buy trades, but if it started a retracement, again, look to buy into dip. That is what I see on Bitcoin dollar. Euro, Australian dollar. Let's see, Euro, Australian dollar. Quick look up. Wow, this is ranging. I don't see nothing more than a range here, a big range, a MACD flat. So possible rejection from this spot because this is giant head and shoulders. Giant head and shoulders, not a big momentum here, 55 pips of the ATR. So it's not a big momentum, 84 of the, well, as you can see here, maybe a rejection from this spot could be a valid trade. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed. I will roll slides once more, and please do not send me your emails here. Send an email to me. My email is tarantulafx@gmail.com. So please send an email to me, and I will definitely try to reply to you. So yeah, please do it. This is euro dollar. This is GBP dollar. And yes, guys, GBP dollar, possible scalp long, 1.3125. Look for this scalp to the long side around this spot. Strong weekly Camarilla. Strong Camarilla pivot, sorry. Australian dollar here. Dollar CAD here. And finally, pound yen. So thank you guys for listening to me. I hope that you enjoyed this webinar. As always, I will put another link now on Admiral Markets website. So guys, see you soon and see you on Wednesday live trading. Trade safe. Let's make pips.